Now Solo Sikoa's got to deal with Randy. Remember, he came out.
The saga of the Bloodline has once again taken a shocking and violent turn. Just when fans around the world thought they had seen every possible betrayal, every split, and every reunion that could unfold in WWE's most dominant faction, the storyline has reignited in a way no one saw coming. Tama Tonga, the dangerous, unhinged enforcer who has stood side by side with Solo Sikoa in recent months, has turned his back on the enforcer of the island and pledged allegiance to Roman Reigns. The betrayal, which unfolded just days before WWE's highly anticipated Paris Clash event, has reignited the Bloodline Civil War and thrown the entire wrestling world into chaos. The Bloodline Legacy, a dynasty of dominance. To fully understand the magnitude of Tama Tonga's betrayal, one must revisit the long, turbulent history of the Bloodline. For over a decade, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, has positioned himself not only as the face of WWE, but also as the centerpiece of his family's legendary Samoan wrestling dynasty. The Bloodline is not just a faction, it's a dynasty built on legacy, loyalty, and brutal domination. What started with Roman Reigns aligning with his cousins, the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, grew into a seemingly unstoppable unit that ruled WWE with an iron fist. Titles were captured, challengers were demolished, and the aura of invincibility surrounded Reigns. But as with any empire, cracks began to form. Jealousy, ambition, and conflicting visions of leadership led to infighting. First, it was the Usos who questioned Roman's authority, sparking the original Bloodline Civil War. Then Solo Sikoa, the younger brother of the Usos, emerged as the right-hand enforcer of Roman Reigns, giving the tribal chief fresh muscle to maintain his dominance. The rise of Solo Sikoa's emergence changed the landscape of WWE. Brought up from NXT during a crucial moment in Roman's title reign, Solo was presented as the silent, cold-blooded enforcer who needed no words, only destruction. His ruthless attacks on Roman's rivals made him indispensable to the tribal chief. But as time passed, Solo began carving out his own path. He wasn't content to be a shadow, and whispers began that perhaps Sikoa wanted more than to simply serve Roman. When Roman Reigns stepped away from WWE after WrestleMania, Solo seized the moment. With the Usos estranged from the Bloodline and Roman absent, Solo positioned himself as the leader of a new era. It was during this transition that he brought in reinforcements, most notably Tama Tonga, a feared veteran from New Japan Pro Wrestling, known for his wild aggression and unpredictable behavior. Tama Tonga's arrival. Tama Tonga's arrival in WWE earlier this year was seismic. A founding member of Bullet Club in Japan and the son of wrestling legend Haku, Tama brought instant credibility and menace to Solo's version of the Bloodline. His reputation as an unhinged, no-nonsense fighter fit perfectly with Solo's vision of a more violent, merciless faction. For weeks, Solo and Tama wreaked havoc, targeting anyone who opposed their path of domination. Fans began to believe that this new bloodline could not only replace Roman's vision, but surpass it. Yet beneath the surface, subtle hints suggested that Tama Tonga was not as loyal as he seemed. While he fought side by side with Solo, his glances at Roman Reigns' absence spoke volumes. He often referred to Roman as the true tribal chief in interviews, even as he backed Solo in the ring. The tension was bubbling, waiting for the perfect moment to explode. The betrayal that moment came on the go-home SmackDown before WWE Paris Clash. Solo Sikoa had just finished a dominant victory over Kevin Owens in a brutal main event when Tama Tonga entered the ring. At first, it appeared Tonga was there to celebrate with Solo. The two had established themselves as a destructive duo, and their momentum heading into Paris seemed unstoppable. But in a shocking instant, the celebration turned into betrayal. Tama Tonga blindsided Solo with a vicious clothesline, followed by a barrage of strikes that left the enforcer stunned. The crowd erupted in disbelief as Tonga hit his devastating finishing move, leaving Solo motionless in the center of the ring. As fans tried to process what had just happened, the arena went dark. When the lights returned, Roman Reigns' music hit. The tribal chief himself walked down to the ring, his presence as commanding as ever. With a smug grin, Roman embraced Tama Tonga, raising his hand in the air as the crowd erupted with boos. The message was clear. The Bloodline Civil War had reignited, and Roman Reigns had reclaimed his role as the leader, with Tama Tonga now at his side. Why Tonga chose Roman? The betrayal wasn't just about abandoning Solo. It was about recognizing power, legacy, and influence. Roman Reigns, despite his absences, remains the most dominant figure in modern wrestling. His run as Universal Champion is historic, his aura unmatched. Tama Tonga, a man who thrives in chaos but also respects heritage, clearly saw Roman as the rightful tribal chief. Aligning with Reigns not only elevates Tonga's status, but also reinforces Roman's control of the bloodline. For Solo Sikoa, the sting is even deeper. Not only did he lose an ally, but he was betrayed on the eve of one of the biggest events of the year. His claim to the leadership of the bloodline now lies in tatters, and his credibility is shaken. Implications for WWE Paris Clash. With the Paris Clash event just around the corner, the timing of this betrayal couldn't be more dramatic. Solo Sikoa was set to headline against Roman Reigns in a match billed as the clash for bloodline supremacy. Now, with Tama Tonga at Roman's side, Solo faces an even more uphill battle. He is no longer just fighting the tribal chief, he is fighting the reinvigorated power of the bloodline. The Paris crowd, known for its intensity, will witness the next chapter of this family war. Will Solo rise from the betrayal and carve his own destiny, or will Roman's empire crush him underfoot? The broader family drama. Beyond the ring, this storyline continues to resonate because it blends reality with fiction. The Anoa'i family's wrestling dynasty is real, with generations of performers dominating the industry. Fans see shades of real-life family loyalty and conflict woven into the Bloodline saga. Tama Tonga, though not an Anoa'i by blood, has close ties to the family through his father, Haku, and the Samoan wrestling circle. His decision to side with Roman taps into that cultural respect and lineage, making the betrayal feel both shocking and strangely inevitable. Fan reactions. The WWE Universe has exploded with reactions online. Some fans see this as the perfect way to reintroduce Roman Reigns to the spotlight, giving him fresh storylines and a renewed bloodline faction. Others sympathize with Solo, who has been portrayed as a rising star finally stepping out of his cousin's shadow, only to be humiliated on the grand stage. Clips of Tama Tonga's attack on Solo have gone viral, with social media flooded with comments like, "This is the best plot twist since the Usos turned on Roman, and Solo deserved better." The betrayal has reinvigorated interest in the Bloodline saga, which many thought was beginning to lose steam after years of dominance. What comes next? The path forward is unpredictable, which is what makes this storyline so compelling. Will the Usos return to side with Solo, and even the odds against Roman and Tama? Could other family members, perhaps even legends like Rikishi, make appearances to weigh in on the Civil War? The possibilities are endless, and WWE is once again proving that the Bloodline storyline is its most powerful storytelling tool. One thing is certain: WWE Paris Clash is no longer just another international premium live event. It is now ground zero for the rebirth of the Bloodline Civil War. With Roman Reigns re-establishing himself as the tribal chief, Tama Tonga cementing his loyalty to the Empire, and Solo Sikoa left broken and betrayed. Conclusion: the betrayal of Solo Sikoa by Tama Tonga has reignited a storyline that refuses to die. Just when fans thought the Bloodline saga had run its course, WWE has found a way to breathe new life into it. Roman Reigns' return, Tama Tonga's shocking allegiance, and Solo's quest for redemption have set the stage for an epic showdown in Paris. The Bloodline has always thrived on themes of loyalty, betrayal, and family legacy. This latest twist captures all of that and more. As the WWE Universe prepares for Paris Clash, one truth stands above all. The Bloodline Civil War is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be the most explosive yet.